My favorite DI story ever was about Frances and Maxine. Maxine was this older native woman. She was married. Her husband's name was Francis. And Francis were two natives who lived a lot of their lives on the street. She was, first of all, she was blind. And her husband walked with a cane and was quite crippled up. Maxine also was quite disabled, so she kind of walked with a limp and needed just to walk. But she was also a person who, at some level, she liked life. She really did, and she had fun within what she did, and she'd go out and party with the best of them. One night, about 3 o'clock in the morning, everything was very, very quiet. There was nothing going on and whatever else. And then we heard this absolutely horrendous clang and bang and smash out behind the buildings. And of course, we didn't know what had happened. So we rush, we get down to the back doors, we get the back doors open, turn off all the alarms, open it up, and come out onto the street. And here is Maxine. She is in a shopping cart, and the shopping cart is turned upside down. And you kind of look at it, and so, okay, you go over to get the blind, crippled lady out of the shopping cart. So we get the blind, crippled lady out of the shopping cart, and then we start noticing that there's things down her coat. And Maxine starts pulling out candy bars and candy wrappers and pop, and she'd been out shoplifting. She'd been out in the shopping cart, and I guess a couple of gentlemen had been assisting her, and they'd been pushing her through, must have been a 24-hour drugstore or something, because it was 3 in the morning. I don't know what was even open. But they must have been out shoplifting, and Maxine was going around and stuffing everything she could in every possible place she could possibly stuff it. And then they'd run for it, pushing Maxine in the cart. And then I guess what must have happened was they must have hit something and tipped the cart over. So, needless to say, what do you do? So we brought Maxine in and gave her a bed for the night. She was so mad at Frances. So, us staff, and we're putting her to bed, and we're putting her over there in the women's section, and we got Frances going to the men's section. And Maxine doesn't want to go to bed. She wants to talk to Frances. She says, "Frances, give me a kiss goodnight." Frances doesn't want anything to do with that. "Frances, give me a kiss goodnight." Frances, he's keeping on going. And Maxine just keeps going, "Frances, give me a kiss goodnight." So finally, after about 15 times of Frances hearing that she wants a kiss goodnight, Frances goes over to Maxine and gives her a kiss, at which point in time Maxine turned around and wailed her.